My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Blueprints. Amateur lockpicking kit and gems, thank you kindly. I'm quite good at using that lockpicker kit now with a bunch of increased ability. We start the day with a coin purse and a silver spoon and a fire under our ass to get going. Oh, workshop. I like items. Because I need to get a clock tower, gosh dang it. Oh, observatory though. I also really care about as many times as I can trigger observatory. Add a word to Spiral of Stars, then gain! Then gain what? I'll take mailroom because I truly believe it to be ridiculously powerful that I can start each run with an item and a couple of gems. Absolutely busted. Electric Eel Aquarium is not guaranteed to have a replacement for itself because I don't have Spiral of Stars every single run anymore. Check the commissary for items though. Running shoes. Sledgehammer, a whole absolute mess of gems. Glad to see him. Hallway closet. I'll take you, but I'm not happy about it. Especially if you only give me consumables, like an ivory die and a single gosh dang key. Rumpus room, decent amount of money. And it leads in a direction that's worthwhile, sure. Oh, and a treasure map. Of course, Alzara has nothing to say to us anymore. We offended him too greatly last time we spoke. Den with some great directions. Always going to take a den with good directions. We are obviously still significantly earlier than the first 1:30 of the day. Study. Not only does it have some ivory dye in here for the ability to reroll, but it also gives me the ability to reroll, and it gives me a gem, which is the ability to reroll. Thanks to the fact that I have the ability to reroll with gems. Again, chapel just for good directions. I kind of want a conference room pointing the other direction. Close exhibit, but I can't actually exploit it. Music room pointed in the correct direction will take it. I feel like this is a pretty early wait room, and as long as I don't literally spend the entire rest of my run ignoring steps, I will be able to pay for the 27 I just lost there. Conference room. Headed in a usable direction. Observatory. It's gonna be A. The next word's A. Add a word to the Spiral of Stars, then gain 1. Gosh damn it. How dare you slowly reveal it like that? Maddening. Oh, boudoir. 2 additional rerolls and another reroll. Garage in a position where I can't dig. Library. I'll take garage. Make sure there's not an additional item just hanging out in this room somewhere. I'm looking for density of items because it's magnifying glass that's between me and my next objective at the moment. Vestibule, dark room? Nope. Reroll. Hall? Yeah. I can solve this puzzle. 4? That's 4. 19? That's 19. Glad I could help. 20 plus 10 is 30, and then, oh boy, it's divide, right? No, that's minus. Minus, and then that is invert 82, and then divided by 2 to get 40? Hang on. 20, 30. We minus 2. And then we invert. Gets us to 82. And we divide by 2. Getting us to 41. And then we minus 10. And then we invert again, getting us to 13. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the real reason to do this room is because of the key card. It's so common that it gives you the key card, and if it does, it helps a lot. I'll take Great Hall when I've got a lockpick kit. I'm not going to succeed every single one, but I'll succeed a lot of them. I think Clock Tower is significantly more likely the further you are into the building as well, so I'm incentivized to get deeper. I can use Vestibule here because I can just use my lockpick kit to unlock if I need to. Treasure Trove is nice for all of the money, of course. I'll draft it, but I'm not going to go there. Passageway opens some good direction. What room color do I really want? Shops, kind of? The answer is kind of shops, but it's also Clock Tower. Give me the blueprints. Walk-in closet's nice. Power must shift to perform the ritual of castling. We get a key. Lucky rabbit's foot. A little bit more money. Damn. Good lord. I'll take drawing room. I'm now pretty desperate, so I'm going to be using additional rerolls consistently to try and get the clock tower to spawn until it does. I really want to go to the planetarium for trying to discover that, but nope. Clock tower, please. It's not the orientation I want the clock tower to be in. However, I think we are here before 1:30. You're kidding me. No, wait, we're way here before 1:30. It can't be, right? Do I go away and trust that I'll be back in time? Or alternatively, has it already been too late now that we're like 9 minutes into the run? God, I hope that's not the case. chamber of mirrors with entries from 3 different directions already. Huge. Also, what a gift of direction. Thank you. Something to do. Speaking of something to do, I should really, go and get some food so I don't literally end the run in a second. Maybe I should have just taken the pantry as it was offered to me right there. I don't think I can go into that room until I have food on lock somewhere. That'll do it. Enjoy a lunch. Gives us 20 steps immediately. Alright. I don't think I need another passageway. I have so many of them. I don't want to fill the entire building with passageways. Same with Eastway Hall. I want, like, rooms that have a point to them, realistically. Rooms that accomplish something. I love Cloister of Joya. But I don't want to spend gems on it right now. Good lord. Spend all of my gems on re-rolling for no good reason right there. Realistically, the reason that I wanted to do that is so that I would be able to... Oh, thank you for more gems. Yeah, we're still not even there. The reason I wanted to do that is just so that the dinner would be served in the dining hall, which it has been. I can use the silver key here now to try and open a many-doored room. Easy. Position for that. Walk-in closet. Trophy room takes going to give me a key to give me a bunch. Oh my god, yes. Hell yes. We got the spiral telescope. A spyglass telescope. Interesting. I got 2 observatories that I can use that in as well. Let's head back to the dining room first. Enjoy a pizza. I would like to have 140 more steps, please. Laboratory. But planetarium is not going to come up commonly. Also, I have spyglass. Yeah! Mamora, guiding light. Starting tomorrow, each planetarium will contain 1 ivory die. And we got that literally just from having the spyglass in this room. Is this every time I come in here with a spyglass I upgrade it? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's go over to the clock tower now. It's getting close. All right, then. What? It said it was getting close. Are the clocks in this room different to the clocks outside, and that's the reason that I keep getting it wrong? Because it's like, it's in 30 minutes from now, these are all inverted from where they're supposed to be or something like that? Because, like, I could have sworn when I was outside, it was telling me that it was just about to be. I'm gonna stay here literally until it happens. Oh, you're trying to get me to leave with that stopwatch, and I say no, no, no. I may actually take this opportunity as well to pause for a bit, because it will be me waiting for a thing. So I'll see you on the other end of that. Okay, I brought you back for a second just because if it is the inversion theory, then it would be now. In just a couple of the little beat that this will happen. I suspect it's not. I suspect maybe I misread the clocks outside and I'm still here 4 hours too early. But then it feels like it's way too late in the day. Well, time just came and passed. Nothing happened. Was there an earlier 1:30 today? Have I somehow missed it? I could have sworn there wasn't. I'll be heading back down this way. V, and then those were inverted. Is it that I need to be there at 11:30 instead? I'm not getting less confused by this. Dovecoat's slightly handy, I suppose. Helps fix for direction. Could have sworn. I'm gonna go back again, and it's gonna be too late, and I'm gonna be, how is it too late? This is as early as I think I could get here. I'm just gonna make sure I go back to the planetariums. That's the most important thing right now. Also continuing the hunt to see if I can find a magnifying glass. Also very important to me right now. So we head up through the passageway at this point. Is it the time when the... No, it'll be 1:30. I was wondering if it was the time when the hands make a V. How is it I always end up there in the afternoon? It doesn't feel like there's an earlier time I could get there. Silver key, I want as many doors as you can give me. God, I'll take Cloister of Joya. If you need me to. No, give me the hallway. I don't want to have to take it begrudgingly. Trophy room is offered only when I don't have the ability to get it. Another attic, super useful. Again, trying to force certain items to appear, specifically magnifying glass. Or vault keys. Or rather, vault key singular, because I believe there'd be exactly one left. Oh boy. That all worked way worse than I thought it was going to. I'm gonna have to go around the den now. It's still an hour? Do I just finish my run and then go to the clock tower and wait there? Well, I kind of already have done that. I don't have many other rooms I can go to right now. I'm gonna take laboratory literally just so that I can see if I can spawn any additional stars using the experiment. Swangong HSS does nothing here. But what about Swan Song RM? Randolph Moore. What about Swan Song KT for Kimberly Thomas. Fine. Experiment set up. Yeah, don't really have. Each time you eat an apple, stock your pantry with fruit. I'll try that, sure. Log in to Swan Song and check the staff announcements. Unfortunately, I can't delete announcements remotely posted. We'll just have to hope that Simon's already solved it before it was posted. Which, don't worry, already ahead of you on that one, buddy. Gotcha covered. Found it. Magnifying glass. So we're gone below base. We know that at least. There's no way that 30 minutes in the run, which is what it will be by the time 1 o'clock occurs, is when it wants me to be in the clock tower. I just don't see that being the case. It feels like that's going to be the too late one that I've tested multiple times. Here I come. Ready to push this stone up a hill. Alright. We're here. Come on, game. Do it to me. Reveal. And draw. Hmm? Come on. Oh! Finally! I was about to go downstairs disappointedly. Now I don't have to do it disappointedly at all. Yeah, that's exactly where I thought it was going to be. Okay. Clock tower solved. You may all stop now. Okay, I did it. I know the clock tower puzzle. I've done it. It's done. Unless there's another puzzle in here. God damn it! Alright! Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. Five of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour, so at 00 minutes-wise. This one's incorrect. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. So some of the numbers in this will be similar. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing A7. This clock should not be set on the hour, ending in 00, so you should be. None of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's useful. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Interesting. Now, we have a blue memo that refers to the clock tower having memos in it as well. Is that from our coat tower? Is that from the blue tent in this room? Family cause hidden in the vault. Yes, yes, yes. Eclipses only appear in the north sky. Fully understood that as well. Okay, so that's the one from this room. The sacred hour is not technically on the hour. True. I don't know if I have the blue memo for this one as well, unfortunately, at the moment. Damn it. It might not even be a blue memo. It might actually have been a conversation. In fact, I think it was. I think it was a conversation that Anne was having with another staff member, suggesting that there were too many memos brought up to this room. I'll have to check back through my stuff. Oh, hang on. There are 3 memos with false statements in the clock tower. Says a green memo. The clock should be set to a time that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock here, but in reversed order, and a handwritten. The clocks are positioned so their times will go up in ascending order. Useful. So each of them definitely needs to be set to a different time. The important part of none of these clocks should be set to times that contain the number 1, 2, 3, or 4, means that the minute hand literally can't have, like, any number that's not 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, or 00. Those are the only combinations that can go on those. This one shouldn't be set on the hour. You should absolutely be set on the hour, so let's give you a minute hand to accompany that. This clock's neighbors should both be set to a time containing a 7. This is on the hour, so the only way that it can contain a 7 is if that is the hour. So we know that everything this way is after 7, and everything this way is before 7. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. 5 of these clocks should be set to a time ending on the hour. Each of them should be set to a different time. So let's start with setting you to 1. And then we'll set you to 2. We're just doing naive solutions to start with. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. Let's set you to 6, I suppose? Maybe 650. To get you off the hour. Set this time to something containing all different numbers, so they have to have 2 numbers in similarity. The easiest way for that to happen is for you to be set on the hour as well. None of the times should be set to times that contain 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we know that it starts at least 5. So let's say that this is 5, and then this is maybe 550. Set this clock to a time containing all different numbers. 600 fulfills that. Should both be containing a 7, right? I forgot about that. So actually, a way to fulfill that would also be to set this to 557. Because then it has 2 of the same number, and it has a 7. And it's not set on the hour. I'm actually pretty confident that's the case now. Which means this is 557, and this one is 7 on the hour. So this mid one could be basically anything. Then this one could easily just be 8. it's not going to be 8:30. None of them are going to be 30. This clock should be set to the same time, to a time rather, that contains the same 3 numbers of another clock, but here in reverse. So I think the most interesting way for that to work would be it wanting 7:55, which would actually heavily constrain our previous number. But let's try that. So 7:55. And then the clocks are all positioned so that their times are sent. I mean, this one will just set you naively again to 8. Okay, so this one has to be before 7 now. Or before 7:55 at least. So this can be 7:50, yeah. Okay, so each of them should be set to a different time. Yes. 5 of them should end on the hour. We currently have only 3 of them ending on the hour. How many of those are arbitrarily ending on the hour? Suppose the first one? And I guess the second? No, but the second's not on the hours. This one is definitely supposed to be on the hour, and the final one's also arbitrary. So, like, which... Like, for instance, the 7:55 has to be 7:55. If this is 5:57, that has to be 5:57. So, this clock's neighbors should both be set with a 7 on them. I mean, that can be fulfilled by making this 6 p.m. as well, so let's put you on the hour. And then this can't be on the hour. This... 5:57. Both of them should contain a single 7. 7. 6. How do I get another one of them to be on the hour? Also, how does any of this square with a green memo suggesting there are 3 false memos, 3 statements that are false in the clock tower on a green? Yes, I see that. Is it suggesting maybe another one of them is false, or that maybe there is another false somewhere else that I could utilize to cross-reference these by? Each of these clocks should be set to a different time. 5 of them should be set to end on the hour. Clock's neighbors both contain that. No 1, 2, 3, or 4. There's no 1s, 2s, 3s, or 4. But the thing is, like, obviously this could be any number between 550 and 556. So this has 6 different possibilities at the moment. So 6, 7. There's another clock in reverse. Is 12 considered earlier than 5 for the sake of this system? Because if it is, then This hour hand goes to 12, and then this just needs to be 5 p.m. And then we have our 5 on the hours. I suspect that's not the case, though. 557. How confident am I that that's 557? Well, the best location for it to contain the 7 will be as the final digit. The only way it can contain it as the final digit is if it's... It could be 07, actually. No, because it can't have all different numbers, so it does need a repetition. Could it be 4? No, it couldn't because of this. So yeah, that has to be 557, which means this has to be 755. $550. 1, 2, 3. That has to be 7. How's... This clock's neighbors have to be set to a time containing 7. This clock should not be set on the hour. This has to be set on the hour. And because it has to be set on the hour, the only way it can contain a 7 is if it's 7 p.m. Which means that this is also something I can orient all of the rest of the things by, which means this can't ever be 7 on the hour. This can't be 7 on the hour. Could this be a reversal of a different one? Like maybe if it was 8:55, it would open up the opportunity that this time could be on the hour. .55, no, can't be those. So yeah, what about this? We have 558. And instead of... Oh no, because it has to be before it, no! And that's got to be 557, because it's got to have that. Can't be 0, can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5 or 6, but if it can't be 6. Damn it! Because this thing is 7. So yeah, it does seem like it's mirroring 755 over to the side. Clocks are positioned so that their times will go up in ascending order. How do I get another on the hour out of this? Could I make this 700? And then this one, like, 857? Maybe we start significantly later in the day. Let's try that. Like, if this was... If this was 7 on the hour... then this would have to be, you know, 7 something. Let's say 758. Then this could be 857, I guess. No, wait, hang on. This has to have a 7 on it, and it has to be on the hour. That's the reason we know that it goes the other direction. Can that be invalidated in any way? No. It's 7, and it's on the hour. Oh my god. No, wait, right. Because 1, 2, 3, or 4 can't be on there. So it has to at least start at 5. So 557. All different numbers. Got 2 in common. I'll do 7:57 because this one's got to be 7 p.m. This one can be on the hour, but only if it's 6. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, so the hour 9 has to be the final one that's represented. Because otherwise we fail none of these clocks should be set to times that contain those numbers. So that means that 9 is our end. So if 9 is our end... This can't mirror something that puts it on the hour, can it? Yeah, nothing else starts with 00. Realistically, this getting an 8 in its number so it can be 8:55 is how we need this to be. But then this would need to be 5:58, which it can't be because this one is 5:57. And that's not how the order of those goes. It's 5:57 first most of the time I've been aware of. Is there any other way to contain a 7? 07, yeah. 07, absolutely. But 607 means the next one couldn't be 6, so I'm just displacing my problem. I mean, 707 would be the best. Oh, and then it doesn't have any duplicates if it's not. If it's not 5:57, it doesn't have any duplicates in. Which it needs to. Hmm. $5.55. Can't set it later than that. Well, 5:56, obviously. But like, can I use this one as my setup, maybe? Would that even help? So 7, and then this one, in order to give that an inverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess. So you would literally become 8. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Of course not. Because it needs to be on the hour. I think 5 and 9 are absolutely correct. This one could be a number of different numbers. I do think 557 is correct. I do think 7 is correct as well. I think that makes it obvious that this should be 6. None of them should be set to a time that contain 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. In order to have 8 represented, you want to be on the board. A reverse of another number. 005. Like, yeah, I can't really... $5.55, $7.55. All of the on-the-hour ones I can't really replicate. But I really need it to be $8.55. Alright, I'm going to pause and think about this for a bit. I think I might have figured it out. This is in reverse order. So you being 805 would be completely fine. 805, thank you. And this can absolutely be 508. Woo! It's the only thing that could change. Good lord, how ominous. Feels like a Sanctum key delivered to me straight from the depths of hell. Thank you, Satan. Beelzebub, Lucifer. Zazzle. Let's Sanctum this key. I mean, I need to go down anyway. Do I have any more open rooms at this point? I do believe I'm blocked, but, like, I'm also fine with that. This is a lot of progress. So... I'm looking for... Before I forget... I'm gonna go back to the front of the building and hit all of the observatories again. Before I forget. I would love to believe that I'm not gonna forget, but we both know I might. I'd rather avoid the possibility by just addressing it immediately. Mm-hmm. Hello, yes. Telescope. Then gain 1 key. Add 1 word, then gain 1 key. Secret garden key. Dang. Wait, I already did the telescope here. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have a code check down because keeping this telescope between days might legitimately become the most importful thing that I can do. Gain 1 key and... It's basement time for us. I guess it just becomes an issue of how do I want to go down at this point. This'll do. Mm-hmm. And here's the full map, and here's my magnifying glass. Where on earth? What am I supposed to find? Ah. 10. Buried floor plan. Where is 10? 10 right there. As I was walking through that area, I was literally about to say, like, it feels like this area is underutilized, so that 10's completely invisible with the naked eye. The buried floor plan. Got it. Unfortunately, I don't have a shovel right now, so I can't really do too much about that. What I can do is go and use this Sanctum key and then set up to do it the next time that I can. I guess I could also try and spawn the tool shed outside so I can literally do it right now. That's actually a pretty good idea, I think. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Or I guess I could even do trading post if I wanted to try and fish for it from that. But I think tool shed probably just pretty much confirms, guarantees it. All right. Morajai. Let's open your Sanctum. How much information do I have written down in my notes about Morajai? Because it's possible it's one of the ones that I didn't actually write too much about. Morajai, it is an island. It is the white sigil. I don't appear to have much else written about it here. I definitely know more about it than that, though. All right. Let's try to solve Morajai here. So if you are yellow-white, I'm looking for this book. I need to organize my information slightly better. It's taking me a little too long for my own liking to get to these pages that I'm looking for. White, so you are small dots. Hang on. Ah, there we go. The outermost. Small dots, white. There we go. So, internal of that, we will have your moat in the center. Morajai. I'm not certain. I suspect maybe it could be tribal or agricultural. Largely driven by the fact that I think the other areas already cover the other possibilities. And you're an island, so seafaring and sea travel was most important to you. How much do I know about your weather? Not a special amount. Sea travel is the largest amount of routes. Whee. No, it's not that? Imagine my lack of surprise. Let's have a look at the ones that we've completed. Okay. Yeah. That was Vera, and that was the spiritual one. Makes sense. Metropolitan. That's martial. Industrial. Poetic. I can't remember what 3 lines was. This is the one that I haven't figured. So yeah, it's gonna be tribal or agricultural. Oh, wrong one to be spinning. Hold. All the way back around to naval ability. There we go. There we go. Agricultural it was. From the hand of Herbert S. Sinclair.
After a short sea voyage, we arrived in the main island of Morajai last night in good spirits. The people here are belligerent in their politeness, and after spending a full day among the Gyriel,
Interesting new word.
I am just as afraid of eating another dish as I am of rejecting their offers.
Oh, the people of Jai, the Gyoriel.
I may try to sneak away tomorrow to spend some time alone with my books, as I have noticed that each realm I have visited has one thing in common. They've each been short on solitude. Herbert.
Yeah, across the White Sea of Yore. Little bit of information from this one. Morajai boxes were a popular fad. Yes, we know that one. A traditional Morajai box is distinguished by a lid with 3x3 grid of white and grey tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the tile surrounding of that tile and surrounding squares. The simple rules evolved as it was spread into new areas. Okay, right, so this is just like the original Morajai description. So I just need to get white in all corners. Right, yellow rises. Did forget about that. There we go. That's the appropriate amount of them now. But I might have already screwed myself by putting the yellows at the very top when I want them to be further down. So we'll reset. Put yellows at the bottom, and then start alternating to make enough whites. Great. Then I'll rotate, send a yellow, white in each corner, and that'll complete it. Perfect. And now we'll see if I can get the shovel so I can try and also get the buried floor plan today. Fastest way I can do that is just jetting out of this area and getting into the outer room. So I'm skedaddling as fast as my feet will skedaddle. Shovel seems like a likely thing that the trading post would offer me as a trade. And the trading post could also possibly offer me the vault key as a trade, but I also don't have the vault spawned, and I don't have a coat room at the moment. So it wouldn't even help me if I got the vault key right now. Well, it would help me in one way. It would confirm that it's still out there. Would be nice to have confirmation of that at this point. Bullshit. Shovel. My heart, my soul, my liege, my shovel. All right. Time to go digging. So far as I'm aware, it was pointing to basically here. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add the lost and found to your drafting pool? No, thank you. Obviously, yes. Lost and found, 2 rare items. Whenever you enter this room, you'll lose 1 random inventory item. Absolutely. Specifically, the fact that it gives 2 rare items is intriguing, because it seems like that might be another possible bead for getting the vault key that I last need for the final Sanctum key. If I get the final Sanctum key and then I go down there and I complete the final sigil, maybe it will reveal a bunch more stuff that I can start doing. Also, I can end my day in the planetarium right now. Seems totally appropriate. I feel like that's a pretty good day, all things considered. Doesn't necessarily set us up especially for the next day, but we have such an abundance of resources at this point that we don't really need to be set up for the day. The day kind of sets itself up. Whoop, wrong direction. Thankfully, I have infinity bazillion steps. Sorry. 1 less than that. I should be realistic. It almost certainly doesn't matter at all, but I have the additional steps and I am here. I might as well dig up the coffers of Mount Holly. It's not going to be relevant to anything at all. But what if we dug it up and there was some strange artifact in it for some reason, and it was another thread to... It's worth Just pulling it out of the ground. Because it's only gonna take 1 billion years for the cutscene to play. Sorry, I should be fair. 1 billion trillion years. Get me into a planetarium and call me a day.
The Mount Holly lavish warehouse of the dead.
13 dead-end rooms, and I wasn't even trying. That does pretty well, I think. That does pretty damn well. I can mark off basically the majority of my planetarium discovery. I gotta bring the telescope in there. Magnifying glass for full map. Yep. Got the plan. Clock tower Sanctum key. Yep. Done. Check. I'm just continually pushing the spiral of stars at this point, as well as now going to go and interrogate the lost and found. Of course, that will happen in the next episode. Until then, my name has been Rhapsody, and the name of the game has been Blueprints. Top left is a series playlist and all the content on the game past, present, future. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out of both the thank you and special thanks this episode to Coldheart. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.